Hi everyone, I am Ayushi Jain from School of Law, Modi University, working as a legal intern in Lexis Q& Company. Today in this video I am describing about doctrine of colorable legislation. The doctrine of colorable legislation is considered as colorable when the legislature have no power or legislative competence acted legislation that is so confronting that it appears to fall within the legislation competence. The objective lie in fact that what the legislature cannot legislate directly, it cannot go beyond the competence of the legislate indirectly. The principle is known as doctrine of colorable legislation. The meaning, scope and application of the doctrine we discuss. The doctrine colorable legislation is based on the Latin term quinto acudi prohibitor ex dicto poiter et per obisque, that says that what cannot be done directly should not be done indirectly. The doctrine is used in the case of determining the question of competence to enact a law when a legislature oversteps its conferred power and legislates upon something indirectly which cannot be done in direct manner. On the face of legislation, the subject matter of the law seems to fall within the power of the legislature, but the related effect or purpose of the matter actually fall beyond the domain and authority of legislature. So, in a manner, the doctrine limits the oversketching or misuse of the granted constitutional power in covert manner. This is why the doctrine is also famously known as a fraud on the Constitution. It is to be noted that the doctrine is not applicable when the improved legislation do not fall under the legislative competence of the legislature. The meaning and scope of the doctrine were well explained in the case of K.C. Ghatapaty Narayan D.O. and versus State of Odisha. The court stated, if the constitution of the state distribute the legislation power among its different bodies which have to act within their respective sphere, marked out the constitution of the specific legislation entries, or if there are limits on the legislation authority in shape of fundamental right. The question arises as to whether the legislation in a particular case has or has not, in respect of such matter or of the statute or in the method of the enacting it, transgress the limit of the constitutional power. Such transgression may be the patent, manifest or direct, but it also disgusts the convert or indirect, or it is the later class of the class which expression colorable legislation has applied in judicial pronouncement. The court further opened the idea conveyed by the expression is that although apparently a legislation in passing a statute pursued to act within the limit of the power, yet the substance and its reality is transcend this power, that this transition being veiled by what appear on proper examination to the mere preponderance of the discourse. The essence of expression is that the only substance of the enactment is material and not merely its form. In the case of subject matter of the enactment is not the legislation domain of the legislation, then the law made in the grab of that form cannot be spared from the condemnation. The legislature cannot step out the constitutional prohibition by applying direct manner to do so, otherwise it will stand in violation of constitutional power granted by them. Historical background of the doctrine. The evolution of the doctrine of colorable legislation dates back to the colonial period when the self-government has increased in the pressure a major part of the British Empire and the Commonwealth. The legislature subject then the segregation between the center and provincial unit to keep a check on the power granted to this unit by enactment was tested against the doctrine of colorable legislation. From there, the doctrine found is the way of India that is used by Canada, Australia legal precedent to adopt the principle of doctrine. In India, the power has given to the judiciary to apply the doctrine by deciding the legislative competence of the union and state legislation in the case of in the expression of Judge Ulani Krishna Iyer on the doctrine of available legislation given in Constitutional Assembly debate. Limitation to this doctrine. There are certain limitations on the applicability of this doctrine. They are listed below. First, it is not applicable in case where the power of legislation is not limited by the constitutional provision. Second, it do not extend the case of subordinate legislation. Third, the intention of legislation while passing an enactment is irrelevant to decide its validity. Fourth, there shall always be a presumption of constitutional validity in favor of this enactment. This principle was laid down in the case of Ram Krishna Dalimma versus Shri Justice S.R. Tendolkar and others, stating that there are always a presumption in favor of constitutionality of the enactment and the burden is upon him who attacked it to show that there is a clear transition of the constitutional principle. First, the expression comfort to the legislation define its competency with this come to its power of legislation even on incidental and serious matter. Second, for the application of this doctrine, the transition of the legislation of its constitutional power should be directed, convert or disguise and not to direct, patent or manifest. Thank you.